Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. You might be wondering, what should I get my husband or wife or significant other that needs a pocket knife or likes pocket knives or camping supplies? I'm going to give you some basic recommendations that won't break the bank and maybe one or two that is a little bit more expensive if you want to spend a little bit of extra cash on them. I'm going to split this up into two parts, or rather, at first, I'm going to talk about knives, and then I'm going to talk about camping supplies. But first, I'd really like it if you liked and subscribed to my channel, and if you could leave a comment, I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. So first, knives. I have 5 here that I'm going to recommend. These are all new knives this year, or new-ish knives. First, on the low side is these 3 knives. They're all about $50 or less. The first one is the Maguron Centurion. All links are down below as well. This guy is a very nice knife steel, 14C, 28N, and it just has really good ergodynamics. It looks nice. It is a little large and it is a little pointy. So there is that if that is a problem for wherever the person might work. And it's something called a liner lock, and it has a flipper tab as well as these nice big thumb studs. So overall, and also a really, really great clip. This might be the knife of the year. It's pretty new this year. It comes in a couple of different colors too, so check out the link. So that's the Centurion from Magurin. Very cool little knife, and it costs less than $50. Next, coming under $50 too, I think this one might even be 45 or 39, is the Sencut Serene. This is what's called a button lock. You've got a button here, and that's what unlocks it, and it's got a thumb stud as well. I'm sorry, a flipper tab as well as a thumb stud here. Very easy and very slicey, very thin behind the edge. It looks cool. It weighs next to nothing, and it's kind of thin, so it'll disappear in the pocket. This is a great knife, and the steel is fine for its price point. It's a D2 steel, which is absolutely fine. And then next is the Pyrite. This Pyrite isn't stock. I will have a link to an all metal scale, and they also have one that have like a G10 scales and other things. But this one has a more utility blade shape to it, and it comes down into what's called a Wharncliffe. This is by CJRB. This is the Pyrite. A really good steel as well. Very light, more of a utility knife, and it just works really, really well. And again, under $50. Next, stepping it up a notch, I'm going to suggest the Hogue Deca. This has custom scales, so this isn't the scales that it comes with. The scales that it come with are actually more of a plasticky thing. But the reason why I'm recommending this is because I think you can get it for $137, somewhere around there. So, you know, definitely a step up. But it comes in MagnaCut, which is a waterproof steel, basically, almost, you know, is as rust resistant as you can get usually. So really good knife for a fisher, someone who likes to fish and is going to be around water or salt water. This knife is definitely for them, and it's a bar lock, which is a very strong kind of lock. And it's got a thumb stud here, which you can just roll open, or you can flick. All these knives, by the way, I've been flicking open because I've done this a lot, but all you have to do to open this is to roll it open like that. But this Hogue Deca 2 is a great knife for a fisherman, and it has a very much a utilitarian type feel to it, or a camper, and it has a great blade shape for all kinds of tasks. And next, if you really want to kick it up a notch and get them a knife that is going to really blow their mind, this is around $250. This is the Django. And the Django, and again, there'll be links down below, just looks super cool. And for the value, $250 sounds and is a lot of money. However, this knife, the fit and finish, and all the things that it comes with, it's basically a $400 knife. This DLC coating on here makes this practically impervious to water. It's Elmax steel, which will stay sharp forever. This will protect the blade, and it looks super cool and shiny. It's also a bar lock, and the bar lock works really well. The action is great. Again, you can roll this open, or you can even use the lock by pulling back on the lock and then flicking it forward. Great blade shape. Less of a utility knife and more of a everyday carry type situation knife. And again, just great ergodynamics all the way around. Again, there'll be links in the bottom. And I guess I'm just going to throw in one bonus one is that if you like the light look of this knife, but you want more of a utility knife, this Pulsar, which is also on the same website, has that Wharncliffe shape, which is more for utility cuts. Doesn't look as cool as this drop point, but it's also got these colorway scales on it, which are really cool. Again, about $250. So that's definitely more expensive. So we've got three options, which are $50, one that's about $125, and one that's about $250. All of these are newish this year or came out in the last 6 months, and certainly something that most people do not have. So you probably are not going to be getting something that your husband or wife might have. All right, so next I'm going to move on to the camping side of this. So camping, there's a lot of outdoors types people, and they like to have their little treats and their little really cool little things that make the camping trip that much more enjoyable. Or there's lots of reasons why to have these kinds of things. So first off, the Wubon X3, great flashlight, has this little charging base in here. This is $80. Kind of expensive. I'll have some cheaper versions or cheaper things too. But what's really cool about this is that you can twist it and put it wherever you want, because the bottom is magnetic. So the bottom is going to, let's see if I can find a metal knife. Ha ha ha. I've got aluminum, I've got titanium. You're just gonna have to take my, you can look at this blade here. So, totally magnetic. So you can stick it anywhere that you want, and it will shine on what you're doing. Very easy to carry. It's got a red light as well as a white light. Goes up to 700 lumens and a lot of steps in between. And it comes with this recharge base. And this base not only is cool to recharge your stuff on, but it is also comes with a cord built into it. And you can also charge your phone, iPhone or Android, and it has an attachment here so that you can plug in your iPhone. Very, very cool little flashlight called the X3 by Wubon. On the cheaper side, and I'm just going to do the flashlights first. I have three of them that I'm going to suggest, is the Sunblessa. This is only $30 or $27. Very cool ultralight headlamp, great for jogging or camping. I really like the features on this. Also has a red light and a white light, and just a cool little flashlight. So again, there will be links down below. And then the final flashlight is going to be this guy. This is the P-Run 2. This is from Olight. This is more expensive. I think that it is around $60. Can't quite remember. But what's cool about this is that it's adjustable. It's a headlamp, and it's also a little flashlight. And you can put it on your belt, clip it on anywhere you want to. So it's multifunction. My kids absolutely love this flashlight. Very intuitive to use, just one button on top, and it has lots of different modes, and you can scroll through it by long pressing on it. Just a great all-around little flashlight. Only white on this, no red. And then next, I'm going to talk about the Fire Maple. This is a really cool little lantern, basically. You plug it into your little camp stove gas, isopropyl butane, whatever that stuff is called. You twist it here, you light it, and then you just turn it, and it acts as a candle, and it burns for a long time. You can adjust the height. It's by Fire Maple. It's about $30, and it's just a cool little light to have around the campsite, especially if you can't have a fire for some reason, or if you're at home and your power goes out. This is just a really nice way to get a really nice, beautiful light and have a flame that you can stare at. And sometimes you just want to stare at a flame. So this is what I suggest. Really cool little gift, I think. And then a Flex Tail. This Flex Tail pump is a 3-in-1. I think I want to say it's around $35. What's cool about it is that it pumps up inflatables, so anything like a bedroll or your beach toys, super fast, comes with all the nozzles you need. It's also a battery bank. It also is a lantern because it has a light here, and it has a little clip to hang it on, and it also deflates things, which is also great because you can't always get the air out of those inflatables, those beach toys, or your sleeping roll. It takes a long time. This will just suck the air right out. It also lasts forever. I've been very impressed with how long the battery on this actually lasts. So that's the Flex Tail Gear pump, mini pump. link down below as well. So that's my gift giving guide to someone who might like camping or knives, and you don't know much about camping or knives. So that was my attempt. This isn't necessarily a expert. This wasn't made for the experts. This was made for the people who might have someone in their lives who enjoys this kind of stuff, but doesn't necessarily know what they're doing. So these are some ideas for you. If you have any questions, just ask them down below and I'll answer them. All this stuff should be immediately available and easy to get. Links down below again. If you use one of those links, you actually help my channel out, but you're not required to. Just telling you that. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And if you want to continue to support this kind of content, there's a link down below for my Patreon. So you can become a Patreon member. For $3 a month, you get entered into a knife giveaway. So yeah, that's fun. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.